Well, hello YouTube land, happy Saturday. I've got another review for you today. Morbius, the Living Vampire, issue number 7, isn't it? Number 7, by Joe Keating. Just like my favourite Dark Horse comics, I'm really getting into Star Wars at the moment. This one's got a blurb at the beginning, which gives you some context about what's going on in the universe of Morbius. Very useful, I find, so I'll quickly read it out. I'll just take a few seconds. Dr. Michael Morbius was a man with a mission, hoping to cure a rare blood disease he had since he was a young boy. He and his best friend Emil were testing a potential antidote in vampire bats, and the experiment went horribly wrong. Not quite alive, not quite dead, he is now Morbius, the living vampire. While hiding out in the outskirts of Manhattan in a section called Brownsville, Morbius has become a vigilante of the night, protecting the townspeople. That's what was happening in issue 1 to 5, really. That's a really good interaction between Morbius. He was homeless for a while. He was living on the streets. He was meeting different people. And then he started helping out the local people against these gangs, these drug gangs. That was really cool. I was really enjoying that. Anyway, his anonymity is soon compromised when he's kidnapped by the superior Spider-Man. He brought him to Horizon Labs. Spider-Man and Max Modell offered Morbius a potential cure for his vampirism. That is, if he helps them find out who broke into Horizon Labs the previous night. But before they could do anything, a mysterious woman calling herself Nicoletta Harrow attacked, sent to behalf of the Rose. And what happened last issue was this Nicoletta Harrow basically beat up the superior Spider-Man and Morbius quite easily, quite embarrassing them. And they sort of want revenge now. They don't really know what's going on, and they just want revenge against this Nicoletta Harrow, both Spider-Man and Morbius. From issue number 1 to 5, the artist, I've got his name here, was Richard Elson with Carlos Rodriguez. Now from 6 and 7, we got Valentine Delandro and Felix Ruiz, and they're awful. Compared to the previous artists, they're terrible. There's an example, really. Look at the backgrounds; it's just grey, and you have different characters, and they're just standing up against grey walls. There's no effort being put into this. I think it's probably because this has been cancelled, unfortunately, and it's going to cease to exist after issue 9. So we've only got 3 more, including this one, to go. So what I think has happened is Marvel has taken their decent artists, that was Richard Elson and Carlos Rodriguez, they've taken them off and stuck Valentine Delandro and Felix Ruiz. They're doing a really half-assed effort, a really poor effort. They've just sort of thrown them two on this book just to finish it off. But the writer is still Joe Keating, and he's still good. So it's still worth looking at, just for the writing. Although you're gonna have to put up with the art because it's not very good. It's very poor. Okay, I'll just go through the comic, as usual in my reviews. There'll be spoilers throughout. Right. At the beginning of the comic, we have this Nicoletta Harrow going through the labs and getting what she needs. We have Spider-Man and Morbius. I'm really not that pleased with Spider-Man turning up. It's superior Spider-Man. That's Doc Ock, isn't it? So he's got like a bit of a bad attitude. There are some amusing interactions between Spider-Man and Doc Ock and Morbius. There's some good dialogue there, but I don't really want to see Spider-Man in Morbius. I know he was brought in probably to get more readers, because there's obviously more Spider-Man fans than the deeply uncool Morbius fans. But I was enjoying Morbius, and I'm seeing Spider-Man here, so I'm not too pleased about that. But what can you do? They're trying to get more readers, weren't they? So they brought in Spider-Man. Okay, what we have here is Spider-Man and Morbius. Remember, they're both scientists. They're working on a machine which is going to hamper the powers of this Nicoletta Harrow. If you remember before, in the last issue, she beat them both up. So they've got this little device. They can take under Spider-Man's mask, and it's gonna help them in the next fight. That's the plan, anyway. Right, let me go. Here's the bad guys. There's the Rose and Nicoletta. I keep forgetting the name. Nicoletta Harrow, and messing about with the device they've stolen from Horizon Labs, and talking about their plans, what they're going to do. This all comes together at the end, so I won't just discuss it in detail here. What you really need to know is that this Nicholas O'Hara is being paid by the Rose. She's creating a device for him, and she's also going to lure Morbius and Spider-Man into a trap at the end of the book. And there we are, the two dimwits, Morbius and Spider-Man, on the way to the trap. The big suckers. All that's in their mind is revenge. They want revenge over the ass kicking they got from this Nicolette, and they're completely unaware that she's got another agenda, and they're just she's basically playing them for fools. This double-page panel, it's not impressive really. Spider-Man, the legs out of proportion, the body's blocky, the arms, one's smaller than the other. There's nothing in the background. It's just very, very poor artwork there. Here we have a fight between Nicholas O'Hara and Spider-Man and Morbius. Badly drawn again, of course. We have an action scene there. The two twits falling into the trap. There's a really good quote here actually from Nicoletta, where Morbius says to her, "I'm not sure I have much appeal," and she says, "Sure you do. You're the perfect patsy." Very interesting, isn't it? Very interesting now. And we go to the end of the comic here. Nicoletta is just dropping Morbius. She's taking Morbius and sort of dumps Spider-Man. I wish they could dump Spider-Man 2 issues ago. I don't know why he's in here. I do for the readers, but he's not bringing anything to the story really. You don't really need Spider-Man here at all. Anyway, so Morbius is grabbed by this Nicoletta, dumps into a cinema. She makes sure that all the locals can see that Morbius is there. And we have the Rose with its little device which she stole from Horizon Labs, pressing a little button. A big false flag attack in Marvel Comics, and they've got the perfect Lee Harvey Oswald waiting there to take the blame. That'd be Morbius, of course. So the bad guy is setting up poor Morbius. He's going to be blamed for this big explosion, and he's going to go to Guantanamo Bay, and he's going to be a terrorist, and he's going to be tortured, and he's going to have a bag on his head, and he's going to be waterboarded, and he's going to confess to everything, even things that happened before he was born. This is what happens in Guantanamo Bay, the lovely place outside of American law, which is why it's in Cuba. Okay, maybe not. maybe not in the world of comics, but at least we have a bad guy setting up a bomb and blaming it on a patsy. So I like that. I appreciate that. And yeah, it continues in issue number 8. We've only got 2 left. So what's going to happen to poor Morbius? It's obviously being set up for this bomb. Very interesting, isn't it? See what happens next. Don't be put off by the poor art. You'll be reading this and you're thinking, yes, it's bloody terrible. They put no effort into this at all. And that's true. The artists haven't put any effort into this at all. I think Marvel themselves have completely abandoned it, and their rationale is probably I'll be cancelling in 2 episodes. Just stick Spider-Man in, that way get a few more people to read it, and sod it. Who cares what happens? But there is one person who still cares what happens. That's the writer, Joe Keating. Joe Keating. So yeah, check it out for Joe Keating's fantastic writing. It's really good, and watch out for that name in the future. I think I hope he gets another chance. Maybe if they give him a more popular character to work with, the sales will go up a bit. Because he's a good writer. This is really good. Just unfortunately, he's been let down by the artists on this. So Morbius, the Living Vampire, issue number 7. Get it while you still can. It won't be around for much longer. I'll give it a strong 7.5 out of 10. I like to give it more, but the art was just too terrible for me to do that. So 7.5 out of 10. Very good, very good. Oh, the art.